92, good morning. Well, we all know that we probably shouldn't give Hollywood the time of day, and I probably shouldn't engage in this conversation, which that means when I preface that by saying I probably know I shouldn't do this. But last night I was really perturbed by what Meryl Streep did, addressing Donald Trump, the future president of the United States, calling him out, saying all kinds of stuff, and talking about the fact that he made fun of a disabled reporter. And should Donald Trump have done that? No, absolutely not. And telling everyone to call Donald Trump out on the carpet for everything that he's done and everything that he will do and blah, 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 blah. First of all, if you're not American and you don't like him and you don't like being here, you're more than welcome to go. You're more than welcome. Because there are plenty of us who did not care for the last leader of the last 8 years. There are plenty of us that didn't care for him. Now, did we stand on a public platform and disrespect him and call for, people to publicly denounce and disrespect him? No, we did not. Did we throw tantrums in the streets? No, we did not. He is the president. He is going to be the president of the United States. Whether you like him or not, he, once again, is going to be the president of the United States. One of, if not the most highly respected positions in the entire world. He has been elected as the leader of the free world. Okay? You don't have to like it, but you respect it. So this is where I get into a little of the whole hypocrisy game. So you want to call out Donald Trump for mocking a handicapped reporter, but it's okay for Hillary Clinton to call all of us deplorables. So it's okay for her to call all of us names that were supporting Donald Trump. That's okay? That's 100% okay. So if she would have been elected president, that's okay for her to do. You guys live by a double standard. But you want to call us out for things. You want to stand there and talk about birth certificates. In my opinion, if he had nothing to hide, he should have shown it day one. Not my business. Not whatever. I mean, he didn't have to. He was elected president, whatever. Once again, we had to respect him. Whether we liked it or not, he was president of the United States. The Bible says to pray for your leaders. Respect them. If you have such a problem with the man who's been elected by the people of the United States, there is a reason that over 200 years ago, a system was put into place because a group of people fled a country they did not like being controlled by. They fought for the right to be able to choose. Okay? Which is why we have that right today. Okay? So all of you from foreign countries, you came over here to make a different life for yourself, to be part of something different. And I'm talking mostly about the Hollywood people who are in such an uproar about Donald Trump. If you don't like it, leave. If you're such in arms about Donald Trump being such a bad person, you're more than welcome to leave. Just like the people who did not care for Barack Obama were more than welcome to leave as well. I'm so sick of ignorant comments being made on both sides. Be respectful for one another and respect the position. You may not like the man, but he's been chosen for the position. So now that he's in it, you should pray for him and pray that he makes the best decision for this country. Because now he is the leader of it, and now he makes the decision for what happens to us going forward. Okay? So you should not stand in his way. You shouldn't throw controversy in his way. And you should pray that he does the very best for what happens to us going forward. So I think it's very disrespectful and horrible as to what Hollywood did last night regarding the office of the presidency of the United States of America. They should be ashamed of themselves, and they should be the ones called on the carpet. That is what I firmly believe. And I'm not trying to be political. It doesn't matter what side of the fence that you're on, whether you're red, you're blue, doesn't matter. That is the office of the President of the United States of America. We are American. We're not one. We're not. It doesn't matter. That's how it should be. We should be American. There's not. When the Marines go, when our troops go into battle, they are not four different groups. They are, you know, the Marines, the Navy, the Army, and the Air Force, they all become one. They all become Americans fighting for America. They don't go into four different pieces of battle. They go in as Americans to protect America. And that's what we should do. Not be a bunch of little idiot sticks all getting participation trophies and throwing fits in the street and wrecking the local TV repair shop just because because our feelings got hurt. No. Have some respect for yourself, have some respect for your country and the people that lead this country. And I'm going to get off here now because I said my soapbox. And so there we go. But if you would like to continue this, we can continue this on our Facebook Live page. So I'm going to leave it there. Alright, you guys know that I get on a soapbox, and you know that I get cranky and I do this thing, but I cannot stand for America to be disrespected. If you like Donald Trump, if you don't like Donald Trump, I don't care. But you get the privilege to live in America. People give their right arm, their left arm, they would give anything to live here with us. And it just blows my mind that people are so disrespectful for the opportunities that they have and they've been given. Because Meryl Streep, are you kidding me? Who the hell are you? Because isn't she Canadian, right? I think she's Canadian. She's not even American. Go ahead and cross on the border, honey, if you don't like him. Go. You have the means to travel all over the place. You can live wherever you want to in the world. And if you don't like him, go ahead and go. I really wish that she would see this. I really wish that she would respond to this. And any of those Hollywood actors, be my guest. Go. You all wanted to throw your temper tantrums. You all wanted to throw your fits. You don't have to live here. You don't have to put up with it. Okay? Like I said, you have the means. You have the planes. You have the... it doesn't bother you to hop a plane and go to another country to film a movie, does it? Well, then if you don't like it so much, deuces. Bye. Thank you, Craig. You did not offend me. This is why I listen to you every morning, and most people in this area feel the same as you do. I love it. Thank you. Thank you very much for your support, because sometimes I get a little soapboxy and it gets away from me, and I'm sorry about that. But that's how I feel. I love America. I'm proud to be an American. I'm very thankful for the men and women who gave their life for me to live the life that I did, for me to be able to say the things that I say, for the freedom of speech that I have. And it just irks the life out of me when people disrespect that. This is the way I personally feel, not the reflection of Town Square Media or Lone Star 92 or anything above that. I personally was not a fan of Barack Obama. I didn't call for his head or anything. I didn't call for his removal. I didn't call for anything of that. Did I pray that for this nation? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, he was the man chosen for the job. I didn't riot in the streets. I didn't do any of those things. I dealt with the hand that was given, you know? I don't know. We all know that Hollywood's liberal. We all know that they're okay with everything that goes on and let it be. But someone brought to my attention last night that there are more people like me who don't speak up for the things that we believe. And that's not why I did this, but I was appalled by by that. But if more people don't start standing up for what we believe in and what we think is right, more just gets passed by. We're just saying it's okay. It's okay for this to continue to go on, and it's almost like we overlook it, like we're okaying it because we don't do anything about it. And it's truly just sad that we allow the ignorance of society to go on, because we're just like, well, it's just me. We're not going to be able to do anything about it, because if I don't say, I mean, it's just me, you know, I can say what I want to and people look at me like I'm ignorant. It's not true. If more and more of us would say what we had to say, our voice would be louder. You wouldn't call what disrespect? What I did, or what I said, or what they do? People, please chime in. I would love to hear your thoughts. This is open conversation. You're entitled to your own opinion, whatever it may be. That's what's great about America, is everyone's entitled to their own opinion, as long as it stays respectful. No one gets attacked by anyone else. Like, these are my thoughts and my opinions. I won't attack you for what you believe, for what you think. You have the right to believe what you feel and think. But as far as I believe and feel and think, I don't think the office of the presidency should be disgraced or disrespected by any means. I don't care who you are. Is he a man, and is he going to make mistakes? Yes, he is. But if you're going to call out one candidate for what he did for certain things, shouldn't you call out the other one? I mean, she was no saint during her candidacy, but you're going to call him out because he won. Gwen for president in 20... I would love to be president. I would love to be president. There's a whole lot of things that I would change. There's a whole lot of things that I would change, but I would need a whole lot of money and a whole lot of backing. But, yes, I just... If you don't like... If these Hollywood types don't like the president and all they want to do is sit and bash him, you have the means, you have the planes, you have the passports. Get out. I mean, for all of you who said, hey, we're going to leave if he wins, we're going to leave, go. You don't have to be here. You sure don't mind making all of these millions of American dollars to make your movies, do you? Nope, sure don't. Sure don't. I was also criticized once by saying that as well. I find it completely ignorant how she immediate all those people who are here legally. Michaela, I'm not quite understanding what you said. I find it completely ignorant how she media outlet all those people who are here legally. Please clarify what you're saying, Michaela. I'm not quite understanding what you said. Not having anything to... Our conversation doesn't have anything to do with coming to America legally. But, okay. This could be one of the examples of things being taken out of context, turned into something else that's not even what we're talking about. But I don't want to jump to conclusions because I don't know, once again, what we're talking about. But once again, please, you're welcome to chime in. You're welcome to please leave your comments on anything that we're talking about this morning. All I ask is that you be respectful to one another, because that's the object of the game, in what I'm trying to get across to anyone, is to be respectful of one another. Even if you don't agree with what I'm saying or with what someone else is saying on here, be respectful to one another. Respect is the whole name of the game. Respect the office of the presidency. Be respectful of the rights we've been given as Americans. Be respectful of the fact that others don't believe the way you believe. You know, and I'm doing the same thing Meryl Streep did. I'm using my platform just like she did last night, but I'm not disrespecting anybody. I'm saying what I believe, the way I believe it, but without disrespecting anyone. I mean, if you're going to call a spade, call all the spades spades, you know? I mean, the clubs and the hearts. Do it equally. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. Do I have skeletons in my closet? Absolutely. We all do. You know, the Bible says, for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Would not one of us is spotless. Not one of us is blameless. And I just was not pleased with what happened last night. And for the country to applaud it and say it was okay is absolutely, to say that it was okay just breaks my heart. But that's the kind of society that we live in. It's okay, it's okay. Oh, you did so good. We live in a world of participation trophies, which I think is absolutely very, very sad. Just like the world said it was okay to riot the streets and throw fits because their team didn't win, you know. Which is wrong, because life, I'm gonna be coarse right here. Oh, I get what you're saying, Michaela. How Meryl Streep named all the people who are here legally, implying that they would be forced to leave when it's illegals who are the problem. Ah, okay, I get what you're saying. Sorry, I totally misunderstood you. Once again, wrong, misunderstood. Trying to turn something that wasn't. See, that's how things happen. I misunderstood what she said, and totally assumed, you know what happens when you assume, totally assumed something that became something it wasn't. Yeah, just like talking about Viola Davis, she was born here, and Sarah Jessica Parker and stuff like that. See, she turned something into nothing, just like I almost did by your comment, because I thought it was something else. See, I pot calling the kettle black here did something I was just talking about. See, all because of misunderstanding. All because of misunderstanding. I did the very same thing that I was just talking about. All because of misunderstanding, because I didn't understand. Because I was not educated into what you had to say. That's what I'm talking about. We are uneducated into certain things, and so we jump to conclusions. That's what it's about. And we're quick to speak before we know. We're all very bad about that. Every one of them. Thanks, Joni, for your comment. There's so much going on here, so sorry if there's some, thank you, Michaela, for recognizing that. If I don't respond to your comment, I'm sorry, they run so quickly, I don't see them all. But I appreciate everybody being on here this morning and everybody's comments. You guys are so awesome, and I love Facebook Living with you. You guys are so interactive. The actors do not understand how hard it is to go to work every day and put food on the table for their families. Try getting your hands dirty like my husband does. Try working in the freezing cold. Yeah, they have no... Ah! Oops. Sorry, malfunction. Okay, sorry. To provide us for your family, I cannot stand these Hollywood actors. They've got it easy. Sorry, we had a little malfunction there. Exactly. They don't know. And maybe these actors named and call immigrants going around bombing. They don't know what it's like to... and maybe they did at one point, but they kind of forget, because just like in the news this morning, they sold them one celebrity bought a dress of Madonna's for $88,000. Do you know how many people you could have fed with that? You could have built a home for a family for $88,000. You could have Leonardo DiCaprio dropped $100,000 for Julia Roberts' Forerunner. I mean, just things like that. I mean, I know that there's all kinds of stipulations and stuff like that. I've just never understood the rich, I guess because I've never been that way. But I just thought I've always thought if I had that kind of money, I would do something different. I've always said that if I won the lottery, I would build a girls' home. Because I have such a love and a heart for kids that need love and acceptance and home and comfort and things like that. So I just don't understand, like, billionaires, you can't afford a couple $100,000s to build some homes somewhere. Things like that. So I mean, I don't know. It just blew my mind that, you know, you want to get up there and you want to call one thing, but yet you're doing the exact same thing. That's what really, really bothered me about last night and the Golden Globes. And it will continue. It will continue. We won't win the lottery because we'd give it all away. Love you, friend. Thank you. Yeah, no, we won't win the lottery because, yes, we would give it all away. We would, I would definitely do so many things. I would definitely take care of so many people. I would do what I could for others. That's just who I am and what's in me. But, it just makes me so sad. Y'all know I'm trying to do two things at once, and I'm not capable of doing that. But it's just so hard to stand for the disrespect of America, the flag. They are wasteful. Most of them, not all of them, but the ones who make a real difference with their money are few and far between. That's very, very true. Thank you all so much for joining our Facebook Live this morning. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate your comments. And y'all know I get a little radical sometimes. That it is no secret that I am conservative. It is no secret that one day I'll probably end up on Fox News. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'd love to. The money would be great. But thank you so much for joining me. And, you know, we'll do what we can to support who we can. Yeah, these actors and stuff, they don't put themselves in harm's way, do they? No, they sure don't. Hold on, let me do random facts real quick and I'll come right back to you, okay? Lone Star 92. It is time to get your random facts that make you smarter than your friends. It's 8:41. All right. Only 2 football players have ever worn a triple-digit number. I didn't know that was allowed. In the 1960s, they wore the number 100. They were college kickers. 2 college kickers wore the number 100 in the 1960s. A kicker at the University of Kansas named Bill Bell wore the number 100 in 1969 to honor the 100th anniversary of the college football, and a kicker at West Virginia University named Chuck Kinder wore the number 100 in 1963 for the state's centennial. Okay, so it was like celebratory. It wasn't like he wore the number. The New York Times had Elizabeth Taylor's obituary written for so long that the guy who wrote it died 6 years before she did. I did know that. The writer was a theater critic who died at the age of 71 in 2005, and she died at 79 in 2011. This is really gross. This next one is really, really gross. Hot Pockets were called chunk stuffers when they debuted in the 1970s. Chunk stuffers. You can still buy Blockbuster stock. I don't know why you would, but you can. It's now a penny stock that trades under the stock symbols BLIAQ, which stands for BB liquidating. Your eardrums rupture at 150 decibels, slightly louder than a jet engine going off right next to you. Dadgum. Makes my ears hurt right now. Your lungs would rupture at 200 decibels, but it's possible for a sound to be louder than 194 decibels. But it's impossible for a sound to be louder than 194 decibels because the air breaks down the sound waves. So it's impossible for sound to rupture your lungs. Just FYI. Okay, there you go. 8:43, those are your random facts that makes you smarter than your friends. Okay, so as I was doing random facts, I just something came across Yahoo, so let me try to look this up real quick. That he calls her Donald Trump blasted, which I really wish he would not have dignified her with a response. He calls her a Hillary flunky. Why didn't they talk about unity? Come together in support of the newly elected president. I know. All of the liberals are all about unity and one peace and one love. And yeah, why don't they do that? Let's see what he says. Trump rips Meryl Streep over Globe's speech. Let's see what he says. President-elect Barack Obama is firing back at Meryl Streep after the actress used her acceptance speech for the Cecil B. DeMille Award at the Golden...
I love you all. You'll have to forgive me. I've lost my voice.
Shut up. He says, Meryl Streep is one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood. She doesn't know me, but attacked me last night at the Golden Globes, he tweeted. Nothing that Meryl Streep had campaigned... Oh, noting that she had campaigned for his Democratic rival Hillary Clinton. She is a Hillary flunky who lost big, Trump wrote. Well, I guess I wish he wouldn't have dignified her with a response, but he did, just pointing out that once again, a sore loser. There you go. If she was an active Hillary supporter, which I didn't keep up with everybody who supported Hillary, but yeah, that's an act of a sore loser. Once again, congratulate the other team. Good game, dog. Go home. It is what it is. Now, the Republican Party didn't throw up in arms and say, the Electoral College is corrupt both times when Barack Obama won. They didn't call for the dismantle of the Electoral College. They didn't, once again, there were no riots in the streets. There was no one killed. There, wasn't, now there were ignorant death threats. I will say that, but that was on the part of idiocracy. Now, am I not saying that there are idiots out there? There are, parts of people who act ignorant on the conservative side. Yes, there are. And that is a shame. That is an absolute shame that there are still backwards ass people like that. Well, he deserves it. Period. He was the first person to bring disrespect at all the people. Okay. You are entitled to your opinion. Very much so. We are definitely not going to disrespect you for what you have to say. So if that's the way you feel, you absolutely have the way to feel. Did Donald Trump provide some disrespect to people? He absolutely did. Did he say some things that he should have not have said? He absolutely did. Do I condone everything that he said? No, I don't. But my point is now, he is the president, and we have to like it. We have to support it. Just like 8 years ago, the people who did not like did not like Barack Obama, had to deal with it. They had to like it, and they had to support the office of the presidency. That's my whole take on it. Whether you like the man or not, he's the president of the United States, and you have to deal. For life's, and then you deal with it. Life ain't easy. Life ain't a cakewalk. Sometimes it's rough. Sometimes you cry. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes you fall and skin your knee. But you get back up and you just keep trucking. That's what you do. Sometimes it doesn't go your way. Sometimes you win big. Sometimes it's mediocre. That's life. That's the way it is. Sometimes you're on top. Sometimes you're in the middle. Sometimes you're at the bottom. You just keep trucking whether you like it or not. When your child throws a fit, you don't allow it. You tell them to suck it up and get over it. You don't bow down to your child every time they throw a fit. Yeah, just like we also had to be a part of Great Britain at one point until we said, we didn't like it, so we left, right? Right? We didn't like Great Britain. We didn't like living under their rules. We didn't like the way we were being governed. So guess what? We left. That's how that went. We fought for something new. We left. See, and that's how Meghan feels. Meghan feels she was not disrespected by Donald Trump. So there you go. It's all, but here's the thing. It's all about respect to each other. I personally did not agree with what Tito had to say, but I did not disrespect his opinion. It seems as if both the celebrity and the celebrity media alike are being put in their place. For 8 years, I have accepted that what it was. Now it's what it is. I hope moving towards, let's see, I have to read. Moving towards a less corrupt, less celebrity, less audacious, less transparent White House. I was having a conversation with someone yesterday, and I think that we will also see, because I don't think it's an agenda of Donald Trump, I don't think that we will see as much social division among the races, because like I said, I don't think that's an agenda of Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump is working to make America great again, like he says. So I think he's more of putting the I can't speak for him. I don't know. I'm not inside his cabinet. I'm not inside his head. But I think he's more of repairing the financial aspects of America. He's more about putting people back to work. So I think that you're going to see less of the race and social issues being an issue. Then I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do believe that some acts of division were constructed in certain ways to make people believe a certain way or to think a certain way. That's what I think. So I think that we'll see the division among the people lessen, because I don't believe that it's a government agenda anymore. I could be wrong, but like I said, these are my opinions, my personal opinions, and mine only. So that's me thinking. And this, I'm going to tell you this. My one thing about the wall. If we are going to build a wall, now I'm not saying we should. I'm nothing like that. But if a wall's being built, let me tell you how I think the wall should be built. Okay? I think, though, this is funny. So hear me out on this. This is not political. This is funny. I think if there's going to be a wall built, that it should be old school chain gang style. Bring the prisoners and chain gang them. Chain them all together and let them work all day long. They just should have to work for that 3 hots and a cot. If I'm going to pay for them 3 meals a day and a nice warm place to sleep, let them work for it. Let them build that wall. If Trump wants to build a wall, there's his employees right there to build that wall. That's labor. If I'm paying for them a place to sleep at night, healthcare, education, all that kind of stuff, make them work for it. Old chain gang style, just like they used to back in the day. That's not inhumane. They're the one who did something inhumane to get put in that situation. That's how you should build a wall. You want, now they're worried about, oh, Donald Trump says taxpayers are going to pay the money. There's taxpayers' money building the wall right there. Our taxpayers' money pay for them prison systems anyway. Put them to work. See, that's smart thinking right there. 2 birds, 1 stone. I got to pay for that prison system anyway. There you go. Or all these people sitting on welfare not doing a darn thing. You need a job? Build the wall. I'm paying for your health care, your daycare, and all that other stuff. Build the wall. There you go. See, now I'll run for president in 2024. I can solve all these kind of problems. But that's how you build the wall. That's how you build the wall. Old school, chain gang, right there. You get all kinds of stuff. They used to have to make license plates. I think they might still have to do that. I don't know. I don't know anything really about prison systems. But I'm just saying, like, we pay for their education. We pay for their dental. They have better teeth than I do. They get better health care and all kinds of stuff. They get name brand drugs when I had to barely afford the generics. Hold on. Lone Star 92, pretty little hometown girl. That's me right there, spouting off nonsense. You can join us on Facebook Live. We've been on there for about, 45 minutes or something. We're having fun now. You want to find out we're talking about building the wall. I have the perfect answer of how to build the wall. I'm telling you on Facebook Live. You can join us. Let's talk about the weather right now, though. It's beautiful. Going to be beautiful today. 73 degrees. It's 8:53. That's our high today. 77 tomorrow, 78 on Wednesday, 72 on Thursday. Makes for great nights for live Texas music at Dos Amigos. It is rodeo week. Wednesday night, the Cody Bryan Band at Dos Amigos. Thursday night, the Judson Cole Band at Dos Amigos. And Saturday night, Granger Smith. Coming up next hour, I've got a chance for you to win tickets. Live music this week at Dos Amigos, and next hour I have a chance for you to win tickets. Hey Brandy, we're talking about how my answer of building the wall, but first of all I want to give you a big huge shout out, Brandy, real quick, for our cake on Friday. We had a birthday luncheon, and Brandy from the cake company made our German chocolate cake for all of our staff for the January birthdays. Brandy, it was fabulous. Thank you. So if you missed it, my answer to building the wall is old school prison chain gangs. We already pay for their health care, their meals, their place to sleep every night, and their education. Might as well make them work for it. Drug testing for welfare recipients. Yes. Prison labor to build the wall. Yes. Kill law enforcement, automatic death penalty. Yes. Yes. He is unbelievable. This is our next president with child's mentality, unfortunately. Tito, I'm sorry that you don't like the president of the United States. That's your right to believe that way. You have every right to believe that way. I personally did not like the last president. So I understand what you have to say. I totally agree with you. I didn't like the last one. You don't have to like this one. That's what makes the world go round. We're all different. We're all different. That's what makes the world go round. Oh, morning, Big John. You missed it. We're talking about Jenny. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I tell you, these comments go so fast, I don't see them all. Plus, I was on the air as well. What did you say, Jenny? Please retell me your comment. Let me see if I can find it. But a lot of the people that didn't support Obama or his presidency through the last 8 years have done nothing but disrespect him in the most hateful way possible. But now these people that are Trump supporters are telling everyone that isn't for him to shut up, be quiet, and cry babies, or calling the snowflakes or whatever, which is a complete double standard. 100% agree. 100% agree with you, Jenny. Yeah, it's a double standard. But that's what I'm saying. There are ignorant people out there. That's what I'm saying. It's all about respect. We have to respect each other. Just like Tito doesn't like Trump. I'm not disrespecting him for that. It's all about respect and honesty. If we respected each other's difference of opinion, we wouldn't be in this situation. Like I said, I personally did not care for Donald Trump. I mean, Barack Obama, but I didn't go around bashing him. Like, y'all never heard me, like, bash him on the air. I might have made some jabs maybe a couple of times or something, but to just come out and say whatever, I don't agree with a lot of things that he did. Thank you, Megan. We need a businessman in office, not a politician that can be bought. That's very true, Brandy. That's very true. I just think that we'll see some changes. They're both very different. They have very different agendas. They have very different things that they want to do. I think that we've already seen Trump do some things that are bringing big business back to America and putting people back to work, which I think is one of the big things, that people get jobs and that they work. Is what I think. Like I said, if I missed anybody's comments, it's not on purpose. I was either on the air or people make comments and they scroll so fast I don't see them. So don't think that I've skipped anyone's comments at all. I try not to do that. So please don't think that. Thank you for addressing my comment. I agree. Hate breeds nothing but hate. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. And you know, my whole thing is, if you have something to say it. But you don't have to say it with hate. You don't have to. I'm up here saying exactly what I have to say, but I'm not condemning. I might be condemning, but I'm not hating on anyone. I'm just saying do it with love and respect, because there are plenty of you on here that don't agree with what I'm saying, and I don't necessarily agree with what you're saying, but I'm not saying that you're dumb, ignorant, stupid, whatever for thinking. You have the right to think what you want to think. You have the right to believe what you want to believe. That's, once again, what makes the world go round, and that's what makes us different, as long as we respect each other's opinion. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So, you know, that's what we should do, and that's what we should stand up for. That's the world that we should stand up for, is respect, unity, honesty, love. You know, and like I said, life. Somebody wins. Thanks, Brandy. Somebody wins, somebody loses. It happens every day. Life's a biatch. Like I said, some days what is it? Some days you're the what, and some days you're, I can't think of the saying. But anyway, some days you're on top, some days you're not. It's just the cycle. It's the circle of life. It's the wheel of fortune. There you go. It happens. And you just get back up and you just keep fighting. That's the way it goes. If he keeps reacting to every negative thing he doesn't like, he won't have time to be president. That's promised. That you are correct, Tito, on that one. Like I said, I wish he would not have dignified Meryl Streep with the response. I wish he wouldn't have, but he did. And now you're president of the United States. Put the Twitter down. Put the Twitter down. Maybe he'll stop after the 20th. But some days you're the windshield and some day you're the bug. Yes. There you go. Thanks, Jenny. I knew there was something out there. Some days you're the windshield and some days you're the bug. Yep. There you go. There you go. So there you go. I'm going to hop off here because I think we've been on here for like 45 minutes. But I appreciate everyone's comments. I appreciate everyone's views. Everyone for being on here. And you are always more than welcome to tell me how you feel, how everything, as long as you're respectful about it, as long as you're nice about it, even if you don't like me, even if you don't like what you have to say, just be respectful. Do it out of love. Do it out of kindness. You know, I don't personally agree with, I love Ellen DeGeneres. This is the perfect example. Perfect example. I love Ellen DeGeneres. Love her, love her, love her. Love what she accomplishes in life. Do I personally agree with her relationship status? No, I don't. But I think she's an amazing person, and I believe that I will do that, Amy. I will do that. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't even see that you made a comment. So yes, thanks for popping back up. And I do go back and read after we get off the air because I know that I miss a lot. But anyway, I don't exactly agree with everything Ellen does, but I think she's an amazing person. And I love how she ends her show every day to be kind to everyone. So I just trust that, you guys would do that. All right. Love you, miss you, mean it. We'll be Facebooking live again soon. Bye.